He says, if you wait on me, I will give you new strength. We all have chargers for our phone. That's because they lose strength. They run down. The power leaves. So what we do is we got to take it and put it on the charger to get new strength. As the phone sucks in the electrical power, it becomes new again. The phone works, but it can't work without the power. But because of life all day, it loses power. But when you let it wait on the charger, it gotta wait. It's gotta sit there and wait. When you let it hang out, hooked up with the power, it gets new strength. And when God gives new strength, you'll see it in one of three ways. He tells you in verse 31, they will mount up with wings like eagles. The first way that God gives new strength is his divine intervention. When an eagle kicks out an eaglet the first time, a baby eagle, it's trying to learn to fly. Usually the first time it can't fly because it doesn't know yet how to fly. So it's just flailing, trying to make it. Anybody flailing, trying to make it? But what the eagle will do when it sees the eaglet falling and it's not gonna make it, the eagle swoops down, opens its wings and catches the eaglet on the wing and lifts it back up to the nest. One way God gives you new strength is by swooping into your situation, grabbing you and lifting you out of it. It's when God supernaturally intervenes and blows your mind by turning something around, by switching something, by reversing something. And that's when you get your praise on. That's when you say, isn't God good all the time? All the time, God's good. Because he came out of nowhere and with eagle's wings lifted you out of it. That's one way that God gives new strength. There's a second way God gives new strength. They will run and not get tired. God gives new strength when he doesn't swoop down and take you out of it. He lets you run through it. He says, you're gonna run. You're gonna run, but I will give you a second wind so you can keep going. I'm going to let you run. I'm not going to swoop down and make it disappear, but I'm going to let you run through it. All of you who get on a treadmill knows what it is to run. And you know what it is, and one of the ways you can run longer when you're on a treadmill than you would normally run is if you're watching TV. I always turn on the news when I'm on the treadmill. Why? Because by focusing on the news, I can go longer with the breathing. If I'm just there and I don't have another focus, I'm thinking about running. And so when I get tired of running, I give up. But with the news on, with the focus on, it allows me to run longer than I would normally run, and I get a second wind. He says, if you focus on me, even though you're running, I will give you a second wind so you can go further with this situation, further with this pain, further with this problem than you thought you could go, because I'm going to give you a second wind. Then there's a third way he gives you new strength. It says, and they will walk and not become weary. The first way is he swoops down and just takes you out of it. The second way, he doesn't swoop down. He lets you go through the process of running, but he gives you the ability to keep going.
God is not through with you yet. Some of the promises that he made you, it's going to take you your whole life to see them. But keep it 100. If it takes me all night, if it takes me my 30s, if it takes me my 40s, if it takes me going to meetings, if it takes me going to therapy, if it takes me changing my friends, if it takes me staying up late, reading my Bible, praying on the edge of the bed, if it takes it, I'm coming. I'm going to keep it 100. Abraham believed, and so became. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen first year. It didn't happen second year. It's not going to happen as quick as you want to. But this is not a 5-minute faith. That's that Hagar hookup, that 5-minute faith where you try something. This is the faith, thank you, Jesus, of Abraham. And you already got the grace of God. Stay in it.